Touhou project. Alright. Pretty exciting. I like Touhou 19 a lot. I played this game when it first dropped, and that was pretty badass. But it wasn't translated yet, obviously. I played a little bit more when it did get translated, but then I didn't actually play through the whole game because I got stuck on Nazareth. You know, the usual. So I'm just gonna go through it again. And get past Nazareth this time, of course, and see the other story modes. Just as a refresher, because there's a lot in this game, honestly. It's a very big story. It's very neat. Honestly, I don't think I've played this game since the English patch like first dropped, and it was still like really botched and partial Google Translate. I don't know what the progress is on it now. I was like really excited checking in every day with like the Touhou crap Discord to see what was going on. But since the patch actually dropped, I stopped checking in as frequently, so I assume it's in a better state now. It's been, I want to say months, but you know, maybe it's not, and that's okay. Cool to be able to read it regardless, in my opinion. The day it dropped, that was just like a really fun time, in my opinion. Like, I loved like seeing people like translating the snippets that interest them and like sharing the snippets that interest them, and then you had a few people who like were spreading misinformation as a treat, because people always do. Though not nearly as prevalent as one would anticipate, but I just assume that's because there's so many people playing the game. Like, it'd be hard for it to really get legs, because there'd very quickly be a guy like, actually I can read it, and you're lying. But still funny nonetheless, I think. I remember like the argument over Grape Girl Hisumi. Though that argument is still alive and well, so. Good game. A lot of hard fights, I feel, like partially just because of the characters. Like, I remember Sanai's route was pretty hard. But, like, easily this game is in my top 5. It's very enjoyable. You can just kind of play through it when you want. It's super fun with friends. Love playing with friends. Though, I don't know what the state of the online is like right now, but it was kind of unusable last time I tried, but playing in person's really fun. Nazareth. And the sprites are just lovely. They look so nice. And Orin even has her little tails like on her back sprite, which is pretty badass. I know people are always really sad that she doesn't have them like in her in-game sprites. And her like portrait sprite still does not have her tails, but you know, we got them in some capacity in a game, and that's pretty cool. Can't really go wrong with that. Have people decided if Oren's good or not? I don't know. I remember like a lot of people were like really arguing over like whether Oren was like F tier or like S tier. Like if Oren were on a tier list, would it be like this or this? And I don't know if anyone ever decided yet. I haven't really seen people sharing tier lists since regardless. But that was pretty funny. Just like, yeah, well, Oren is a character that can be played, so good or bad, you decide. Average Marisa moment. I remember when I first played, I struggled with Marisa a little bit, like, but I just always struggle with lasers a little bit, and she really uses a lot of lasers. So, like, yeah, that would do it. Every time, like, I will see the laser, it's literally telegraphed. I'm like, there's a laser here. I wonder what that means. Surely this doesn't mean that it's about to fire a laser that will kill me. But, crazily enough, it does, actually. That's, in fact, exactly what it means. There's a laser that is going to kill you if you do not move. You know, I like to take the time to ponder. Take the philosophical approach to the lasers, which, if you believe it, not a very good one, unfortunately. I know that always gets me, and I want to say Touhou 2 is the one with the like eyes that shoot lasers at you. That one always fucks me up. Honestly, Touhou 1 with that one boss with the lasers usually fucks me up too. Touhou 1's pretty fun. Not a good entry point in the series at all, if you'll believe it, but it's still really fun. Still haven't beaten it yet, though, I'll be real. Got very close, but that game, the Sariel fight's kinda hard. I'll be honest. But also, I was playing on a really bad emulator at the time, so honestly might be a bit easier now that it's actually being emulated properly. I might give that a try. Not anytime soon, I don't think, but that could be a fun stream. A little late to go through the Touhou games in order, but I will go through them in a order. But that's a secret, you know, you don't get to know the order till it happens, cause, well, it's also a secret from me, I don't know either. Which is fine, I mean, I just kind of played Touhou games to my whim, even when I was like, alright, I'm gonna play through them, like, the Windows era in order. Like, I'm gonna beat 6, and then 7, and so on. What I actually did is I played 6 and got frustrated, and then I beat 15, and I played some 14, and, you know, it was a whole mess. But it worked out. I've played them all now, I think. I think I've played every Touhou game. I don't think I've cleared every Touhou game, but I'm getting closer to clearing every Touhou game. I feel like I've cleared more Touhou games than I haven't by now. Which is good, honestly. I remember when, like, I couldn't even get past, like, stage 3 on 6, so gone a long way from the beginning, the humble beginnings. Wouldn't consider myself good yet, but I can definitely play the game on normal to a good enough capacity. So like, I've definitely gotten to the point where I'm like, I think I'll be ready to start moving on to hard soon. But I think I want to 1cc6 first, 6 and 7. Which, I'm getting so close to 1ccing 7. But we're not quite there yet. I always fumble with Yomu, like I'll be doing so fine, I go to Yomu, she eats my lovely stockpiled resources, and then Yuyuko just picks me off and that's about it. But yeah, that's just part of improving, just gotta get better at Yomu and everything. God, I know the other day I just like sat down and played through 7 for like 5 hours? This shit's like actually just like my part-time job at this point, and I think that's awesome. That's great. I feel kinda like I'm pretty sure this is the first time we fight Suika in a bullet hell, but I also am not sure if that's true. Because I know she's in Soku. Oh, that was pretty embarrassing, actually. That was pretty bad. But I don't know what else she's been in. I know she's been in like some print works. Suika's funny. Honestly, for that matter, I don't even really know when Suika was introduced, which feels weird. I know she's very popular and has been for a long time, like in early Touhou stuff, so she has to be a very old character, but I don't really know outside that. I didn't know she was like in 11, like as a an assist character. Very good assist character for that matter. I know Aya makes you fast when you're Reimu. Yukari gives you the gap ability, which, okay, is really cool in theory, and it's probably just a skill issue on my end, but I always find myself just, like, getting way too cocky with the gaps and just taking damage I wouldn't have. Oh yeah, Suiko gives you, like, the ability to collect resources, that's it. When you aren't firing or focusing. I think not moving at all. Reimu. Reimu is so badass. Reimu is like the modern equivalent of like Cave Bear from cave painting. They're gonna, like, people far in the future are gonna see her ass everywhere and just assume she was some kind of creature our civilization had to go against or something, I'm sure. Cave Bear from cave painting. Hisumi. Woman jump scare. I'm so scared of women. But I'm going into exposure therapy, so that's been pretty helpful. Guy who's afraid of women, so his doctor prescribes him Touhou Project. At least 2 hours of Touhou a day. This will help you with your fear of women. I mean, probably. In a hypothetical world where someone was afraid of women. Imagine being afraid of women. Doctor's orders, yeah. That's actually me, by the way. I was vague posting myself, like, I have to play at least 2 hours of Touhou Project a day, so. It's just like, Doc, you know, women are so scary. Every time I see my girlfriend, I get scared. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare. And the doc's like, that's kind of awkward. Well, you gotta go play some Touhou Project, and that'll clear it right up. And I was like, alright, thanks, Doc. And, you know, I think it's helped significantly. I feel mildly less afraid of women. God, I haven't done this in so long, I forgot how it goes. I need to play skillfully, I need to play better, and I need to win more. Just like Omega Strikers. Oh yeah, did you hear about how Omega Strikers is like, they're doing the Splitgate thing where they're like, this isn't the game we wanted, so we're going to end Omega Strikers and make a new game that was like what we wanted, or like something like that, like how Splitgate did. Which, speaking of Splitgate, did we ever get an update for that? Like, did we ever find out what they're doing yet, or like, is that still a secret? I'm not sure. But I know they're going to drop one more striker, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the third member of Demon Dies. But I think it'd be really, really funny. I died. If they never completed Demon Dies' team, and they introduced a new character that like was a part of another team, like a brand new team. So we have 2 incomplete teams for the rest of time. I think that would be hilarious because it'd really piss people off, but realistically I think we're just getting Octavia and Vice's third member. I was like a little sad to hear it, but also like, I don't know, I hope their new game's better, because I did like Omega Strikers' like universe a lot. I just kind of got fed up with the player base. Yeah, I hope it's their mom. Oh, like a soccer mom? That would be really, really cute, actually. I think that'd be wonderful. And she'd be like, I am a middle-aged woman. I'm not built to be on the field. But here I am. Help, my back pain. You know, like, I would love that if they really played her like a really tired, like, middle-aged woman who just, like, was there to be supportive but really didn't want to be there. If they just play her like a little cutesy, like, oh my god, I brought snacks, hee hee, like, really MILF maxed it, I'd be like, I guess that'd still be fine. I am MILF Hunter after all, but you know, like, it'd be preferable if she was, like, more washed out, I think, but, like, still caring. I think that'd be really funny. Soccer MILF. Now I have expectations. I didn't give a fuck about the new character, but now I'm like, you know what? You better not blow this for us, Odyssey Interactive. You know, I'm just playing. If you're out there listening right now, which you're not, because I'm streaming Touhou Project, and not Omega Strikers. You better get on that. That's my, I don't know, my verdict. God, could you imagine? They gotta put you on Odyssey, I think. Like, you've already come up with a better idea for a character than they have for, like, the past couple. Though, I'm not gonna lie, I did love the design of the newest one they dropped, like, the business lady, but, like, of course I did. I remember me and my my bestie were talking about her, like, man, that's so fire. Too bad that's not going to get us to play the game again. I did think about it though. You know, like that got me really pondering the download button. But thankfully I did not relapse. It's like, at its core, Omega Strikers is very fun, but it's just like, ultimately made me way too mad all the time just because you'd get like such bad teammates, and it's like not even really their fault. The matchmaking system wasn't that good, but rough. Because it's like either you're playing competitive and it matters, and when you get the worst people in the world you want to bash your head in the wall, or you're playing casual and it doesn't matter, but there's not really any kind of system to put like experienced players with experienced players. So you're playing with people who just downloaded the game, and then the other team always happens to have like the top 10 players in the world or some shit, it feels like. But then you get those good games, and that's what always keeps you going. You're like, ooh, you know, this is pretty fun. I better keep on playing this game. But then you get like 5 more really bad games. And I'm not gonna pretend that I was some Omega Strikers god. But it's like, I certainly wasn't the worst player at the game. I was like, okay. And so it made it very frustrating. Yeah, just like League of Legends. Woo! Yeah, that was my little insight on what playing League of Legends would be like, and that's why I will never play League of Lemons. It taught me a valuable lesson, Omega Strikers did. Because there were a lot of League players playing. I remember I'd go around on, like, I usually don't watch Twitch streams, like, at all, but for Omega Strikers, I'd kind of fish around and look at the community. And it was, like, so many of them were League of Legends players, and at first I thought it was silly. I was like, nah, there's not a yeah, there's a correlation, actually. I was wrong. Apology video 20 minutes long because I was very wrong about that. Like, oh my god. And it's like, I don't even think the games are that similar. Like, from what I remember, League of Legends is really complex, but also I was drunk when I played it, so maybe my memory and experience is not the best, but like it was kind of difficult. You know, Omega Strikers is very simple at base, though like the abilities and stuff obviously complicate it more. But it's like the spirit is the same of not enjoying the game you're playing 80% of the time, and being a good thing to talk over while you're like playing it with friends or streaming it for friends. You know, there's a lot to chat about. Like, hey, the core is over there, can you hit it please? Or, hey, you didn't hit the core, friendship over. Game oval. You know, a lot of, can you pretty please use your ability? And, oh, you didn't use your ability, so actually you're the worst player in the world. Xander's theme's really good. I actually am not sure what the volume is like. I'm gonna hope it's okay. Battlerite. I only know about Battlerite because of you, and I can't really think of what the gameplay looks like right now. But that makes sense, yeah, like... A shame. They love overhead games that 80% of the games are not fun to play. I bet they love Pokemon Unite. I didn't play that one. I have my buddy, and my buddy was like, will you pretty please play Pokemon Unite with me? And I was like, yeah, when I renew the online for my Switch, I'll play with you. I'd love to. And then I never renewed the membership for my Switch, so I'm still leaving them hanging in that regard. I feel a little bit bad about that, but, you know, any day now I'm going to renew. the membership on my Switch and we will play Pokemon of Legends. Out of curiosity, does that sentiment apply to, like, RTS games? Like, do they like playing RTS games and being miserable, or is that different enough that it's a different vibe, it gets different people? Because thinking about it, like, I feel like most League of Legends players I know do like RTS games. But I'm not sure if that's just, like, a coincidence or not. So, like, what would your professional opinion be on the matter? Oh yeah, huh? I feel like, yeah, like, Dota players and League of Legends players, well, they're kind of similar at heart. I feel like they're completely different, like, in taxonomy. Like, different species. Same with, like Overwatch, League of Legends, and, Dota. I feel like everybody who plays those three games feel the same way. StarCraft. Oh my, isn't that the one that people thought was gonna be a scam, but they're kind of like getting their shit together? Or am I thinking of the other space-themed game? I'm fighting for my life right now! Oh my god. Zanmu said, I want this bitch red and white shrine maiden, more like a little red stain on the fucking ground when I'm done with you. Jesus Christ, Samu, I forgot how hard you are. Oh, last spoke card. We're so back. I know, like, my brother was really interested in it, and so he tells me about it sometimes. But he tells me about a lot of games, so they all kind of blend together. I might be thinking about I think it is No Man's Sky, actually, yeah. My bad. That was horrible, but I'm actually the best fucking gamer in the world, so it doesn't even matter. I have bombs. I literally forgot I have bombs. Am I like, would Zune be sad if, like, I showed game endings on stream? I'm not sure if his terms of service covers streaming. I'm gonna be polite and skip through it, or actually, yeah, you don't get to see. Go play. Please support the games. You know, if you are a fan of Zune's work, you know, go support the games and play them. Dude, trust me, some cool things happen here. Got that, like, one person that was talking about how it's just like creator enforced, dude, trust me, by asking that nobody ever posts the contents of the endings. That, and it's true, like, yeah, that is just kind of a creator enforced, dude, trust me. But no, it's the credits, so cool. Yeah, I'm taking notes. Yeah, the only thing I've heard about StarCraft is that it's, like, miserable. I don't think I've ever met a half-beat StarCraft player, I suppose. But I also haven't really talked to many Yo, leopard gecko? That's a cool favorite animal. I don't think I've talked to that many StarCraft players to begin with, so I've only really heard it mentioned. I think that in the credits, because they're saying everybody's favorite animal, I think when you open up Touhou 19, it should ask you your favorite animal, and then it'll be like, thank you for playing, you! And then it'll be like, favorite animal, and it'd be whatever, like, animal you inputted in the beginning. I think that'd be pretty badass. Alright! Time to play as Marisa. I thought StarCraft was like a Minecraft mod for the longest time when people were talking about it, cause like, you know, that just sounds like what you would name like a space mod. Siren! That just sounds like what you would name like a space-themed Minecraft mod. You'd be like, oh yeah, it's StarCraft. Yeah. That is kind of weird, honestly. I mean, is it different? Like, are other RTS games, do they have a different vibe? Like, is League of Legends really distinct, would you say? Because I could see that being it. Like, sometimes you'll get a taste for a really distinct game in a genre, and it will completely change how you feel about that genre. Like, I love Minecraft more than anything. Like, you know, my top one game of all time. But I hate, like, every other survival game that's ever been made. I've tried a lot of them, but I just cannot get into them in the way that I get into Minecraft at all. So I could see it being like that, maybe. That makes sense. That's okay, that makes it kind of funnier because then it's like a Coke versus Pepsi situation, but for gamers. I assume it was just, you know how those things go, like one guy will be like, I hate Dota as a League of Legends player. And then the people who played it are like, oh yeah, well, we hate you, League of Lemons player. And then it just kind of becomes a community-wide thing over time. You know, they always got to be playing the better game because it's the game they play. You know, I just find it interesting that, like, I don't know, that's just hilarious. I don't know. I had like the start of a sentence there. Just, yeah, that sounds about right to me. I don't think I've seen Dota gameplay, but I'm just gonna imagine League of Legends. Oh yeah, how's the stream quality, by the way? Is the bitrate any better? Because yesterday it was kind of bad, so I fiddled with some settings to hopefully make it less of a JPEG. Like, I don't mind it being a bit crunchy, like, it's Touhou, it was perfectly readable yesterday. But, you know, like, I'd prefer if it looked a bit better, so just curious if it actually does. Or if that's just a pipe dream and I should stop worrying about it. Hello. Nazrin, sweet. That's good to hear. We're so back. Oh, hold on. There we go. Ah, my cat gets very insistent. She's like, hello, I would like to sit in your lap, please. And then she's like, oh, well, actually, I don't. I hate you. Goodbye. Which, yeah, that's fair. That's fine. Maybe next time. I will. Thank you so much. That's good to know, though. Thank you. I probably wouldn't have noticed at all, so yeah, I'll definitely hit you up later. I appreciate that a lot. I remember when I used to do like art streams a little bit. I didn't know how to fix the mad delay, and it just like was really annoying because, you know, art streams a lot of the time are just glorified just chatting streams. Frankly, this is kind of a glorified just chatting stream because I find it very difficult to just talk about Touhou nonstop for an hour or two without, you know, a little bit of input. I can do it easy with a little bit of input. But it's like my delay would always be really fucking bad, and that always made it an awkward experience because I was too dumb to figure out how to, like, make it better. But that's just how it goes sometimes. But this time I have Darling Amore at twitch.tv to help me out, which you should totally go follow, by the way. That'd be a good bit. Constantly shilling, but for not me. I'm still surprised Nazrin got in this game. Like, I'm really happy because I love Nazrin. It was just, like, kind of a surprise. Though, there were a lot of surprise characters. I'm earnestly curious if Zune was just, like, picking random characters, if he just actually likes these characters and wanted to use them again, or if he was like, who would people expect the least? Who would really catch people off guard? I'm gonna add these guys. I'm gonna add these fellas. Would love to know, like, the thought process, because I know before the game came out, a lot of people were convinced it was, like, the Chinese Zodiac. Like, I remember, some people thought Anoka was gonna be a pig girl. But I don't think... No, because they thought of Journey of the West. I'm mixing two lines up. Oh, for real? Oh my god, that's crazy. You really should follow Darling Amore for reasons unrelated to the last chat message. You know, I would never sell out for Temptations cat treats, especially not multiple Temptations cat treats. Like, I just simply, that is against my morals, but you should follow Darling Amore on Twitch and Twitter, for unrelated reasons. I remember what I was saying. I got so excited by the prospect of Temptations cat treats. But, oh yeah, like, a lot of people thought it was going to be, like, Chinese Zodiac theming for the characters, but I don't think that is what ended up happening. Actually, it might have. I have to look at the cast after this, because we have Yachi and Saki, which is, like, horse and dragon. We have Banui. We have Rat. We have... I don't think Fox is in the Chinese Zodiac. No, it's not at all. Thank God for Rand Protagonist, by the way. Gotta give a shout out for Rand Protagonist. I hope it happens again. I feel like it probably won't happen again, but it would be really lovely if it happened again. I love Rand so much. She's so cool. Actually, I see Rand Protagonist and I raise... When are we getting Chen as a protagonist? That would be hilarious. That'd be awesome. Yeah, there's two foxes, there's Orin, who's a cat, and the cat was like the kicked out Chinese Zodiac, I think. There's like a whole story about that. That was like what Fruits Basket was about, I think. But that doesn't count because it's not actually in the Chinese Zodiac. I don't think that the roster lines up with the Chinese Zodiac at all, actually. Why were people theorizing that? Because wasn't Orin revealed initially? I guess they were just, like, coping with, like, well, there's, like, the myth about, like, you know, the cat who, like, was gonna be there. I remember when I was younger, I was really upset that the cat didn't make it in to the, Chinese Zodiac. I was like, what the hell? That's fucked up. I love cats. This is a slight against me in particular. Yeah, there's two dogs. There's Anoka. Who's the second dog? There's Anoko and there's... right. Yeah, literally on. What the hell? Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Reimu. So yeah, I don't know, like, thinking about it in retrospect, I feel like the Chinese zodiac caste theory was kind of copium from the start. I do get why people thought it was going to be Journey of the West themed, though, and they were kind of right. Reimu's trying to kill me. Reimu wants me dead. Okay, we're good. We're good. Ooh. Saki! I love how her sprite looks like she's going in for a hug. You know, like that one pic of like her reaching out for Snai and she's like, give me a hug, man. Well, you know, is that really relevant right now? I feel like as long as it gets drinked up from the floor, it doesn't matter. You know, somebody drank it in the end. Her theme's good. I saw her for the first time like 2 days ago because I beat 17 and I tried the extra and she killed me in 3 spell cards. She had my ass eviscerated. I think the highest chance of beating an extra stage right now is I think I could get through Imperishable Night or Touhou 4s. Touhou 5? No, it was 4. It was 4. I feel like if I actually grinded them out, I could get through those extras pretty realistically. Because honestly, like, when I unlocked Moku, I put some attempts in and I made some good progress, I'd say. I just kind of stopped. I guess that could be a good stream. Imperishable Night. God, Imperishable Night is such a good game. I kind of agree with the sentiment that it's not like the best starting point, I guess, but I still think it's a wonderful game. And easily one of like the first 5 games you should play if you're not playing them in order. I guess if you're playing them in order, it would be one of the first 5 games you play anyway if you don't start with the PC98 games, but you know, that's besides the point. I remember the horror of like the first time realizing that Saki's dogs fucking chase you and you're just like, oh, yeah, huh, they're out to get me. Because they are. They will get you. Yeah. Every moment is an average cat moment here. Let me tell you. Unlimited, endless cat moments. If that's okay. characters would you want to see if they made another fighting game? Out of curiosity. Could be a character that's already in one. You know, if there's someone you just love so much being in the fighting games. Exactly. You get it. Right? Kaguya was originally in like the planned roster for Soku, and it's like I would actually really love to see Kaguya. I think that would be so fun. Frankly, put Kaguya and Moku in the same fighting game. It would be really funny. Oh, Enoko? Enoko! Yeah, you're right. Yesterday, yeah, Enoko works for Saki. I thought you were right. Dude, Hecatea would be so funny because I think she'd have like an attack where she just chucks a planet at you. Like she just fucking beans you with one. Conversely, I think Junko would have a similar one where she throws the ball past you and you dodge the ball and then it shoots the Yuri blast from behind you. So whenever she chucks it at you, you have to like jump or duck to make sure you don't get hit by the Yuri blast. That would be pretty cool. Oh my gosh. Like Hecatea in specific would be really funny though. I think like all of her actual like physical combo chains would just be beating you at the planets, and that would be really fantastic. You have such a brilliant vision there, like, that one didn't even occur to me, even though that feels like so obviously awesome. I mean, I'd love to see Junko just because I like Junko a lot, obviously. Because she's so badass, she's so cool, so. She'd definitely be a projectile-heavy character, I feel. I'm not really sure how her fighting style would translate to a fighting game, though. Because it's like, you know, oh, her Danmaku in 15's supposed to just kind of be like, because she doesn't actually give a fuck about spell card law. She's just being socially acceptably trying to just straight up kill you as possible. And so my question is, like, how do you translate that to a fighting game? Partially because I'm MILF Hunter, but also, I just think she's neat. I think she's really cool. But, I mean, yeah, I guess I can't deny those allegations. Brought those upon myself. Yeah, exactly. Like, a lot like Yuyuko. Frankly, Yuyuko is, like, so bullshit. She always, like, she's really fun, but she always feels so, like, I feel bad playing her, because she's just kind of insane compared to everybody else. Especially, like, Raisin's really insane if you're good with her, but it's like, Yuyuko, you don't even have to be good with her. You just fill the screen with a million projectiles by breathing, basically. And yeah, so I do agree. I think Junko would be just like that. And it'd be really awesome. Clan Piece would also be a funny character because she would chuck the moon at you. I know Soku too has been adding Clan Piece, though she's unfinished right now. And what they have so far is lovely and really funny. Have you played Soku 2 yet? I don't remember. I know I was playing with some buddies, but I don't remember. Honestly, yeah. Like, I would love to see a fleshed out Flander kit, like... Oh, no! I didn't know you could get a draw, what? I gotta save that one for later. I literally did not know that was possible. Once another UN Owen mix. I cannot agree more, honestly. Like, Sucker 2 added Flander, which is really cool, but she just kind of felt like Remelia again. Which is fair, I think she was one of the earlier characters they added, and I don't want to undermine, like, how much effort is put into Soku 2. I think it's a really good mod. It's super fun. But, you know, it's just like, I would love to play a more distinct Flander. With, like, a more unique moveset and more going on, I think. I said, wasn't Flander in another game recently too? I want to say that's true because I feel like people have been talking about her a lot. But I don't know what. Like, I know she was in Cheating Detective Satori, but I think she was in something else. Exactly. You get it. Okay, that would be really funny. That'd be really good. I think that would be, frankly, that'd just be wonderful. Azrin. I really like this theme. This theme was a good addition. I think it was intended to be Reimu's theme. I know a lot of people were having arguments about how it wasn't very Reimu-ish at all. And it's like, I don't know, guys. I just think that you guys forget that Reimu has carefree as a descriptor. But I also will say, I feel like there are, like, multiple variants of Reimu. Like, there are a lot of ways you can, like, pull her characterization. But I feel like people really go fully hard on, like, the completely jaded, miserable Reimu to the point where everybody thinks that's all Reimu can be. With no more nuance than that, you know? Reimu. You know, maybe you're right about if Marisa became a yokai, Reimu would pick her off from that interaction. Did I? I guess I didn't. But yeah, I thought I already fought Reimu too, actually. Hold on. I don't really remember it. I've gone through like Nazrin and Inoko and... Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. We did talk about knocking Saki off the table, so Saki was there. Jeez, that fight is hard. No. Definitely not. Because I have 5 cards. Oh, I fought... Maybe on? I mean, I have the right amount of cards, I just don't remember what cards correlate to who. Also, you only see half of them. Yay! Trying to recruit Marisa. And Saki! Oh. Did we? I thought, like, did Reimu fight Saki? I don't know. I'm confused now, actually, yeah. I'm just gonna assume Reimu fought her. I think that would make the most sense. Because I know, like, the first few, like, fights tend to be pretty similar. Oh yeah, huh. I don't know. You're right though, I did. I was talking about how in the extra stage she like vaporized me within 3 cards, so good point. Huh. Well, Saki again. Cause she's just that cool. Saki definitely has like one of those designs that like helped draw me into Touhou at first, because I just like loved her design so much. I was like, what, a little cowboy Pegasus? That's so badass. That's awesome. You're telling me Touhou has all that? Yeah, I did not restart. I know that for sure. I had a draw with Inoko, but I didn't restart. I just fought Inoko again. Ugh. Yeah. Is she? But I have 6 cards right now. And you always get a card for beating someone, so like, I don't think I could have restarted. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, what? Huh? But like, I just talked to Inoko. I guess I did restart, question mark? Cause like, we just did this, right? Huh. Okay. Wait, but I already have Anoko's card, like, at the bottom. So, like, I definitely just fought Anoko already. Because I have, like, the ability that she gives when you defeat her. So... this is the second time fighting her in the same run? Question mark? Huh. Every copy of Touhou 19 is personalized. Yeah, wait, I have Saki's card twice. Like in the corner. What? Huh. Okay. Reimu is so designed in such a good way. All Touhou's are. But I like Reimu's design a lot in particular. It's very nice. Her theme also goes crazy. love this attack. It is so pretty. Actually, like, surviving it a little less so, but it's still really pretty. So, it's fine. I honestly just, like, love the really bright orbs. They really contrast. Like the glowing effect on them, it's neat. We're so back! Yes! Goodness gracious. Alright, no peeking. What the? Inoko is neat. I like Inoko a lot. She'd probably be my favorite of the new characters, predictably, though I also really enjoy Bitten. Alright, well that rules out. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be a moment. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's got us so back, boss? Snide. do you mean by this? Tsukasa's funny. I like Tsukasa. Like, I feel kind of bad for her because it's like a lot of characters get really, how do you say, mistreated by fanon, but she gets treated so bad, like, to the point where I didn't like her for a while just because I was so annoyed with her. I had bad associations. But it's like, actually, she's so funny. She's so silly, like, very big fan. Tube Fox. I forgot she has like a little ribbon when she's a fox. Ah, I've made a blunder. So cute. Catnip-like substance. I want another game like Imperishable Night, except like one of the teams is Chen and Orin. I think that would be pretty godlike, actually. And when you're playing as Orin, like she'll idly like chuck Chen like Yukari did with Ran. I think there's a beautiful world to be had. So could you imagine a world with playable Oku and Orin? That'd be pretty crazy. In general, like, I kind of... Imperishable Night, like, by having them in a team and Subterranean Animism also thrives for the same reason. I love when Zoon's writing like 2 characters, like 2 protagonists, because you get the funniest fucking interactions out of that. It's always such a delight. It's like, uh-oh.